Alright, response video to commentary by Beardy Man, the modern mystic. And it's just pretty much crap. Yeah, so this is why I don't post comments too often, and especially I don't do this kind of crap, because you just turned yourself into, one of the usual crap spewers. I mean, this is just crap comments with no value whatsoever. No counter argument is made here. You just stick your stinking little tongue out, and that's it. And it's useless. And if this is all you got, then I win, from my perspective. So whatever, I'll dance on your, grave, so to speak. Anyway, I'm probably going to get interrupted, so I'll have to tie this together. Anyway, 1 minute in and you're in trouble. Well, whatever. I mean, I can do that to your videos too. I mean, this counting how far you're into the video thing is really kind of just silly. The word value does indeed exist, but as to what it really is equals mystery. That's just kind of bullshit. It's not going to be any mystery if I stick your head inside your cat's ass. Both your cat and you are probably going to be in a negative value state. But anyway, we know the difference between somebody digging a well and somebody spinning around in a circle just throwing dirt in the air. Yeah. Anyway, what is the value of a cop? Okay, well, cops are only necessary because we raise human beings that suck. Humans who suck create children who suck, and they require us to have law enforcement to prevent those insidious suckers, from sucking our world. Yes, from doing all kinds of evil shit, putting us at risk and throwing garbage where they shouldn't throw it, and molesting things and raping things and all this other crap that shouldn't take place anyway. So cops are a necessary but way overpriced piece of shit. Okay, because cops are basically working for the man, okay, Mr. Richie Rich, to make sure that they have to hire people who have no credibility and no integrity, so they will fuck over the poor guy in the ratty car, and they'll let Mr. Mercedes go right by. Yeah. So you have to pay a premium to get a liar and a scumbag to be your enforcement officer. Teachers. Yeah, absolute crap. Biggest pile of shit on planet Earth are teachers. Okay, way overpriced copyright holders who insist on extorting us, threatening us. Your children won't get educated unless you pay us 3% increase a year. They think they're entitled to do the same thing over and over and over again and have their salary increase just because of the number of years they've said the same shit all over again. They don't want to earn their raises. They want to just extort us out of our money. So yes, teachers absolutely suck. The education system sucks. They should be paying students to learn. That's what we should be doing. We should take all the fucking money, the huge pile of money, 80% of property taxes. Okay, and in this state, property taxes are $8 grand a year on average. So just think about that for a minute. Thousands of dollars that these leeches are sucking out of the economy to create their institutions of fuck your kid in the ass. Nurse. Well, look, it's apparently necessary because we have apparently decided to burn our houses down so we can have hundreds of thousands of dollars of health care. Yeah, at some point you have to make a choice, right? You can't have both Twinkies and Ding Dongs and potato chips, and you can't have all of it. There's some point where you have to say, oh, we can't quite have that much. Alright? But the nurses and the doctors are malicious, sadistic motherfuckers. They won't allow there to be a right to die because they know, ooh, we're going to lose like 40% of our income. Because the only way they're making money is keeping dead people alive, and they goddamn know it. People who should be dead if they're not already dead. And they goddamn know it. So another bunch of sadistic motherfuckers who suck. Hairdresser, fuck them in the ass, kill them. Prostitutes. Well, realistically, it's only evidence of a dismal society, right? I mean, if you have women who are selling themselves to any kind of smelly, disease-covered crazy fuck for some money, that's not a good indicator, right? Ideally, people shouldn't be extorted into having sex with other people. So if the only kind of prostitute there was some millionaire bitch who just liked to have sex with creepoids, then cool. But other than that, I just see it as extortion, blackmail. I'm going to oblige you to suck my dick because I'm rich and you're poor. And that's bullshit. Electricians, great, excellent, love them to death. Banker, kill them. Kill them by beating them to death with hairdressers. Yeah. Bankers, bakers. Yeah, baker, love them. Great, great, great. More the better. Yes, people who build roads, people who build houses, all those kind of people. Great, 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 great. Everybody else, suck, 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 suck. As an employment choice, right? Yes, people should be productive. They should create durable, productive shit, not useless, unproductive shit. Anyway, Google sales team executive. Yes, absolute crap. That's right. Who wants to live in a civilization where they propagandize you to buy shit you don't want? Yeah. And they only do this, and they do this in this way where they're basically taking advantage. Like 20% of the population is what you would call on the other side of the bell curve in terms of intelligence. And so they exploit the fuck out of those dumbasses. Alright? And we all have to pay for it. Every time we buy something, we're basically also paying them to try to advertise to retards and trick them into buying shit they can't afford and don't want. Don't need. That's just of no value. That will go into a drawer somewhere and die. Yeah, waste. 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 Advertising is waste. It's evidence of a society and a civilization that's completely broken when demand doesn't drive purchasing, but brainwashing does. Convincing, persuading. This is all negative business. This is the vampire part of business. This is the zombie part of business. This is not the good business. This is the bad business. Alright, these things are not quantifiable. I think they are easily quantified. It's easy to tell the difference between an advertisement, some asshole paid to figure out what color should we paint our can, and somebody who's digging a well. Big difference. So I wouldn't start there. Well, that's your choice because you have no clue what, what means something, what matters. And what matters is waste. Waste, waste, waste. It's all about waste. That's a value equation. Is efficiency. You want to maximize the efficiency. You want to minimize how much gas you put in and maximize how much energy you get out. And that's the whole fucking point. And as I've pointed out, you can quantify labor based on what it produces. Yeah. No, I can't listen anymore. Well, whatever. So it's less than a half hour, I think. But okay, don't listen. Whatever. I'm sick of this. You can't play along. You can't analyze what I say and in some kind of rational way argue with it. Instead, all you can do is this irrational, malign me crap. It just, I'm very sick of it. If you stick to fairness and social policy, I could handle it. Well, it's in there, but frankly, yeah, it's in there. I mean, you're just not. You have to listen to it to find it. It's in there. But anyway, but you mush in your weird money view. Okay, so he thinks your money view is a complete mess. So he thinks my idea that banks do not lend invisible made-up money, which they don't. Okay, quite simply, banks do not print the money. They do not just make loans and it doesn't matter. it all has to be paid back. The bank doesn't get to keep the cash it gave the person who borrowed the money. It's being loaned the cash by the Fed. The Fed says, here's some money. You can loan this money. Okay, go ahead. Loan as much as you like. Okay, as long as we have reserves and this, that, and the other thing, and these little minimums are met, you have an open policy. Go ahead, make loans as much as you like, as long as your reserve numbers stay high enough. And as soon as the bank makes the loan, the Federal Reserve says, just a little cash transfer, and says, okay, your reserves have been, we've deducted the cash you loaned. Okay, so they're paying for the loan. The bank doesn't get to keep both. It doesn't get to keep the IOU and get to keep the value of the cash it produced to finance the loan. So my view of money, that cash money is a limited resource of irrelevancy. It's only insurance for transactions. Okay, and the transactions create deeds and the IOUs, and that's the only thing created, okay, is deeds to new stuff produced by the economy, ownership of stuff produced, and IOUs. That's the only thing the economy really produces, is papers that say I'm entitled to this much value, and the value, the stuff produced by the economy, the iPhones, the bullshit. That's it. That's it. There's two things. The value of the labor, the value of the producing, and the value of the paper that quantifies ownership of it. There's no mess in that understanding. And there's certainly no mess that you're pointing out. You're not pointing to any freaking mess, no clutter, no saying, look, that piece of paper there is on the floor, and it shouldn't be. You're not pointing out the mess, the chaos, the disorder. You're just puking rhetoric. Turner and Cumoff are not wrong. Well, look, the guy talking about going back to the Chicago plan is fucking wrong. Okay, the Chicago plan is fatally flawed in the sense that this whole idea that you can quantify money, that you can turn money into a real thing, okay, and then have that as an exchange value, is not sensible, because no matter what commodity you make the exchange metal or the exchange thing, then people will hoard that and they'll just go out and mine it. So that's a totally corrosive. You want money that is irrelevant, that is nothing, that has no real meaningful value. That's what you want an insurance contract to be. You don't want the insurance to be a value in itself. You don't want it to be a commodity. If you just listen to the videos, and the other guy, the Turner guy, is just saying, hey, we just need to regulate it better. I mean, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying, obviously that doesn't work. I mean, people have been talking about regulation forever, and we never get regulation right. All right, because the underlying incentives are all wrong. Okay, and so as long as you have a society where everybody wants a lottery ticket for free, yeah, I mean, it's like saying that you can write public policy a certain way. No, you can't do it a certain way. You can't do it with simple questions you put on a ballot like, would you like lower taxes and more Social Security money? We'll give you both. No. And yes, of course people vote for it, but it can't be practically created. So I'm just saying the problem with policy is it can't be made as rational as this guy wants it to be with regulation. If you just listen to the videos a few dozen times, you would get to understand the relationship between money and IOUs is. Well, anyway, I'll just finish it. It is fantastically difficult to understand, but I'm sure you could do it. So that's very patronizing and insulting. But frankly, I don't think they understand money and IOUs, and I think I do. And obviously this promise that if I just listen more times, that somehow I'll glean their understanding, I think is crap. If you'd like me to play, if you'll promise to watch the videos, I'll play their entire videos. But you're not going to watch it. And you're just going to complain that, well, you played it, but you totally got it wrong. And you won't point out where I got it wrong. but there's nothing in. I've listened to their videos, okay, and their videos just go on and on about the same crappy bullshit that has nothing to do with the real game, which is the rich get richer. That means they rent the world to the poor. That's the way it works. The rich get richer, the middle class drops dead, and all there is rich and poor, and the rich rent life to the poor. They rent food, rent house, rent everything, everything. A wagon, doesn't matter what you're going to use, the rich man's going to own it, and he's going to rent it to you. They're doing it right now. The rich are buying houses now. That's why houses still are expensive, is the rich are buying them so they can overtly and directly rent them. Unfortunately, they're doing it in a silly way where they think somehow they're going to rent single-family homes, which I don't think they have a chance in hell of doing for profit when property taxes are as high as they are. People can't pay $2,000 a month. So, fuck, that ain't going to work. So they're going to fail anyway. So it doesn't matter. Mushing social policy into a messed up money view is not my taste. Well, whatever. I'm finally getting past giving a shit what your taste is, because you're obviously not capable of making anything called a civil or unyobbish counter argument. You're just, the last, whatever, interactions have all just been absolute crap from you, and I just don't give a fuck. You make videos, I'll respond to the crap you spew, and that's how it'll work. Fine. But this I don't accept. This crap. Yeah, this is a crap comment. You're just you're a fucking troll. Note, oh look at that, he put it in bold, that my taste are not that refined. So he's just adding to the insult. Yes, I can take a lot of shit, but your shit is just too shitty. Yeah, I can go with your other stuff. Well, whatever, who cares? Again, your commentary on my other stuff hasn't been all that brilliant lately either. And you apparently think Anacondavod's guilt theory is somehow rational. So, what can I say to you except... Yeah. But this is a peanut butter and anchovy spaghetti sauce. Well, don't knock it until you've tried it, kind of thing, maybe, right? But anyway, who cares? I'm past giving a crap. I've made my argument. I'm going to make it in more detail, but I think I've got it nailed down. And maybe when I finish, I'll give you the day, month, year of the Great Crash. Yeah, the super duper giant, the hiccup that will cause some sort of apnea or something like that. The economy's going to hiccup, and unfortunately the hiccup thing is going to flap the thing over the tube that goes to the lungs, and the freaking economy is going to suffocate and die. Yeah. Anyway, till next time, or whenever, or whatever. Maybe there won't be a next time, because apparently you can't watch my videos. Trauma.